So yesterday I started with boiling and melting in grade 7. Now in grade 7 we take it a step further. We don't talk about particles, we talk about molecules, and I've showed them that an atom, when it bonds with an atom through covalent, ionic or metallic bonding, is called a molecule. And then I gave them a worksheet like this. They had to cut this out, one per person, cut out the circles, and I've asked them to make a water molecule for me. What I wanted to see here is what misconceptions the students have. Some of them took the H and pasted it in the middle and the other H on top of it, because that's what they thought it looks like. And through seeing how their brains work and what they think, I could take what they know and I could scaffold to give them a better picture of what a water molecule looks like. After that, I showed them a kettle. I told them, right guys, this kettle is boiling. You know, boiling is when particles move further apart to get more energy and they move away and they turn into a gas, they evaporate. Show me in this molecule how this happens. And what they did, and I knew this was going to happen, is they took the hydrogen, broke it off, the other hydrogen broke it off, and they took the oxygen and they separated it. So they literally thought the molecule breaks up. That's the problem with speaking about particles. So I found two misconceptions yesterday. Firstly, one misconception is that the hydrogen goes inside the oxygen and it becomes water, H2O. Second misconception was that when particles break apart, the molecule breaks apart. And I told them, this is brilliant that you guys made this mistake. We fixed this, and I showed them that the bonds or the attractions between molecules break, but not the molecule itself. And today I'm going to use a block of ice and water. I'm going to make the ice drift on top of the water. I'm going to ask them, but ice is a solid, how did this happen? And I'm going to ask them to take these water molecules and build a solid structure with it. And then I want to show them how a water structure looks, and then I'm going to test them and I'll tell them, right, I'm giving your particles thermal kinetic energy, show me what's going on, what's happening to the molecules, and then I'm going to test their knowledge from yesterday to see if they break the molecule apart or if they make the molecule move faster until the attraction between the molecules break. And this is my way of testing what they've learned. Instead of giving them a worksheet first, I'm doing an abstract thing that they can see, touch, feel, and play type of test. And we'll see how it goes. So as you can see in the videos, the children's molecules that are bonding wasn't perfect, but it gave them an idea, it made them think further. And after this, I showed them how the water molecules bond in a solid, and I don't want them to understand it because they're only just grade 7, but it just broadens their idea of the scientific world and chemistry. And then I gave them a worksheet, and this worksheet looks like this. Name 3 ways atoms bond and explain each of them. It was your covalent, ionic, and metallic bonding. They understood what the electrons do there. Explain the phenomenon of boiling, and what I'm really proud about this is where the children said that the molecules start moving, they get thermal kinetic energy, kinetic movement energy, and when they moved enough, they broke the attraction between the molecules. They didn't break the molecule, they broke the attraction between the molecules, and then they evaporated. And then explain the phenomenon of freezing is when the particles move slower, and when they move slow enough, they start getting attracted to each other, and then with this attraction, the molecules form a solid when they freeze. So I really feel that my children understood what was going on. And then the last question, how would you teach this phenomenon in your answer above to a group of grade 6s? I love to add a bonus question. I always put a little star by my bonus question. And that is, I want them to tell me how they would teach something, because I can clearly see if they understand and if they've listened and looked in the class at what I've done, when they can write it down how they would explain it. So that's how I taught boiling and melting to my grade 7s.